Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me for Coffee and a Card. This is my Facebook Live video. I do it every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. And we'll just give a few seconds and let people come on, and I thought I would show you what I've been working on. I like to show, this month I've kind of been focusing on showcasing all of the fun things that you can get out of the Sale-A-Bration Catalog. And this catalog is good January 3rd through March 31st. And basically every purchase that you make of $50 or more, you get a free item out of this catalog. And so I've been super excited to be showing you things out of here that you can get super crafty with. Good morning, everybody. I'm glad you guys are popping on this morning. I'm just giving everybody a few seconds to hop on here, and I thought I would show you what I have been up to. So as you can see, I have created another sampler, similar to the Petal and Passion sampler that we did yesterday in my class. But this is using the Sweet Soiree set of Memories and More pack on page 11 in the Sale-A-Bration Catalog. It comes with 72 total double-sided cards that you can use for scrapbooking or for card making or for samplers. And you can see here all the paper that I used are actually from this card pack, and it's free with a $50 purchase. And then you can see these beautiful embellishments here. This is all out of the Sweet Soiree embellishment kit in the Occasions catalog. And this is a $10 pack, and it has tassels and the clothespins and ribbon and pop-outs and washi tape and all kinds of cool stickers and things like that. So I had fun making this, and this is nothing stamped. It's all from those two, from a free set and a $10 embellishment kit. So just thought I'd show you some really fun, creative ways to use your product. Okay. As always, I have a order special for my make and takes. Again, I'm just moving my camera so you can read it. $30 order by this Saturday using this hostess code, and you will get all of my make and takes from today. And let's give you a sneak peek of those. So you can see here, here's one of them. And I am in love with all of these color combinations. I don't know, I don't know. It's just very cute, very bright, beautiful cards. So these are the 3 cards that I'm going to show you how to make today. And in case you're wondering, yes, these are using 2 different Sale-A-Bration items. They actually coordinate and go really well together. But on page 16, good morning, everybody. Thank you for hopping on. Page 16, Amazing You is the stamp set. That's free with a $50 purchase. And you can see I did that with my backgrounds and with some of my wording. And then, of course, I used my Celebrate You thinlit dies, which is on page 17. This is free with a $100 purchase. And these framelits cut out these beautiful words. So I'm going to show you how I did these 4 projects. You can follow along with me. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, everybody. Okay. I just love that I am able to interact with you guys and show you these fun projects on a Sunday morning in my pajamas. It's just wonderful. Oh, and before I begin, I just want to tell you guys real quick again, this is going to be repetitive, but my invitation list is growing, and that's super awesome. I'm really excited. So Sale-A-Bration specials. Again, every $50 purchase earns you a free Sale-A-Bration product out of the catalog. Host a private class like my buddy Terry, and you can get an extra $25 in hostess rewards. Or if you have an order that goes up to $250, you're going to get an extra $25 in hostess rewards and have yourself a private party. I like those kinds of parties. And then I think probably the best deal in the catalog, and probably the best deal that's going on right now, is the starter kit, where you get $125 worth of product for $99. And you get 2 free additional stamp sets of your choice. That's a huge deal. That's a huge offer, because I have seen everybody's pretty much kind of ordering the same sets out of the catalog for their 2 free stamp sets. They're picking the most expensive ones, right? It makes sense. You wouldn't normally be able to afford to purchase those, but with the starter kit you can. So this is a great, great deal. And then of course you get to be on my team and get my tutorials and my uplines tutorials for free and get really fun ideas and get to join our Facebook page. So that's an awesome, awesome deal. And then you get an additional 20% off all your future orders for at least 3 months. And there's no penalties, there's no fees for, not making your sales or anything. Like, you don't have to sell a single thing. You just take advantage of their deal. And then if you end up not meeting your minimums after 3 months, then you just drop down back to a customer. And no harm, no foul. It's the most amazing deal. And then, of course, I'm having my VIP event on April 28th. It's going to be a blast, you guys. I have a really cool project that we're going to make together, and we'll do prizes. Everybody's going to go home with a prize. It's going to be a blast. So to earn an invitation to my VIP event, you must do one of the 3 things. You must purchase a starter kit, host a private class, or spend $150 between now and March 31st. So very excited about that, but let's go ahead and get started making our cards, and we're going to start with this one right now. Let me tell you that these colors, I was actually inspired by Target. Go to Target. If you need color inspiration or if you need ideas, go to Target. They have the most amazing, adorable, gorgeous stuff there, and I walked through there I think it was last weekend, and I fell in love, and I saw this color combination. And I was like, oh my gosh, the pink and the navy and the light blue. Yeah, in love with it. Thought that was beautiful. It's probably nothing new, but when I need something new and fresh in my mind, that's now where I'm gonna go. Okay, so here's the pieces that you need to make this card. You'll need a piece of powder pink. I'm like, what is the name of this pink? Powder pink, cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and scored at 4 1/4. So this is going to be your card base. You also need another piece of powder pink, and this one is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Good morning. Thank you, Christy. I love it too. Okay. Yes, Terry, you are invited because you hosted a party. You are getting an invite. Okay. Then we need a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and we're going to use the Lots of Label framelits to cut out this pretty label. I have that here. Sorry. Don't want to move. So here I'm using my Lots of Labels to cut this out. And then we're going to use those framelits I told you about, Celebrate You thinlit framelits, and we're going to use the Amazing to cut out our word amazing. So I have a piece of cardstock for that. And then I have my piece of Night of Navy cardstock, and we're going to emboss that with the honeycomb folder to give it a really cool texture. I don't know if you can see it in my camera, but see that? Look how cool that is. I love it. And of course, we're using the new silver baker's twine out of the Occasions catalog. All right, so let's go ahead and cut our pieces that we need. Move this out of the way and get my big shot into the frame here. And as I've said before, if there's something that you want to see in the Occasions catalog or in the Sale-A-Bration catalog, you let me know. Oh, and if you're getting sick and tired of all of the stuff in the Sale-A-Bration catalog, don't worry. There is going to be another, a second release, I guess, of Sale-A-Bration items in February. So be watching for that. I will make sure you all know about it. And yeah, that's going to be fun. So, I mean, even if you're getting tired of the things that are in the catalog, you're like, I've got everything I want out of here. Don't worry, more is to come. Of course, Stampin' Up, they never make it boring. They always have something new going on. Okay, so don't be afraid when your big shot makes these big loud cracking noises. That is okay, that's normal. I'm just running it through twice, especially with the small words. You want to make sure that it cuts really well. Okay, so we got that. I'm going to move that out of the way. Well, actually, I'm going to have to bring it back, but just a second here. Okay, so I've got my Lots of Labels. I've got my Amazing. I want to be careful it doesn't rip. I'm going to use my little brush here. I have a really, this is a scrubber brush for your big shot, and it just pushes out all the little pieces. And Pool Party is a pretty thick cardstock, so my Big Shot sometimes struggles cutting it out completely. So, and then just want to pop out these little pieces. And this one's not going to want to pop out, of course. Oh, there we go. Get out. I don't know if you guys can see my beautiful nails. Thank you to Rebecca with Color Street Nails. She came over last on the holiday on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and she's like, "Girl, let me help you with those nails." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." So I have camera ready nails now, and I ordered some more designs, so I'm super excited. But these were beautiful, and so I'm happy I've got cute nails to work with. So thank you, Rebecca. And let's see. Okay, so I've got those two cut out. Now I need to emboss my Night of Navy piece. And so I'm going to get my Big Shot back in the frame here. Oh, okay. So let me tell you something about this piece. When you're embossing with these Big Shot folders, these are actually thicker than your normal folders. And you need to be really careful because they can tear your paper. So what you need to do is, I'm going to show you the setup for the Big Shot. So you cannot use your magnetic plate for this. You need your regular base platform, okay? You need your folder, and you're only going to use your top plate. You're not going to use two plates. And before you put that piece of paper in there, you need to spritz it with water. Not a lot. It doesn't need to be super drenched. It just needs to be slightly wet, so that it will be more flexible and it won't tear. So I'm just putting that inside the folder. I'm putting on the top plate and I'm running it through. I'm trying to think of what these folders are called, and the name is escaping me. I have to look in the catalog. But you can tell that they're they have a name. They're slightly thicker, and you have to be careful when you're running them through the Big Shot. Okay. And now, of course, I'm doing my favorite thing, which is using using punches. I love punches. So I've got to punch two things. I need to punch my banner. And I'm going to bring out my original card here. I'm going to punch a banner. You can't really see the other side of it. But I've got my triple banner punch. And this is measured at 2 inches by 4 1/4. Or 2 inches by 4, I think. And I'm just putting that, you can just slide that into your banner punch. And then I like to punch upside down so I can see where it is I'm going to be punching. And I just center it and punch it off. I love the banner punch. It's one of my favorite punches. And then I'm going to be using this leaf punch. This is new. This is a new punch that came out in the holiday catalog, and they carried it over into the new year and said that they were going to keep it until the new catalog came out. And then I don't know if it's going to be in the next annual catalog or not, but I finally broke down and got it because it makes a really pretty leaf punch that you can use, you do a lot of things with. So I've punched 2 leaves. So that is done. So I've got my pieces here. Now we need to do some stamping. Okay, and we're going to be using, again, the Amazing You Sale-A-Bration stamp set. Really pretty. I love the flower. But we're going to use this kind of like sunburst image, and then You Are Simply. Okay, so I've got my sunburst image on a stamp block, and I'm going to be using So Saffron as my yellow. I like it because it's a nice light yellow. It's not harsh on the eyes. Delightful, what is it? What is it called? Oh, Daffodil Delight is a super bright, kind of almost dirty orange to me. So I really like this light orange color, or yellow color. So I'm going to be slightly stamping, not center of the label, just kind of slightly to the left, and even off a little bit here. So I've got my little sunburst, and I'm going to be doing another one right underneath it, and it is a little bit difficult to line up exactly, but that's okay because our Amazing is going to cover up any mistakes we make, right? We're going to place it anywhere that we are not happy that it's not lined up exactly. Okay. Oh, see, I made a little gap, but that's okay. My Amazing is going to cover it up. All right. So Now we're going to get our Night of Navy ink, and we're going to stamp the U in our Simply. And this again is probably going to come out a little crooked because that's how I stamp, but that's okay. None of us are perfect. I think my problem is I think my sticker's on a little bit crooked, so I have to stamp crooked for it to be straight. If that makes any sense. All right, so there we go. And then we've got our amazing that will go right where the center of the sunburst is. See, isn't that fun? Okay, so here's how we put it all together. Really simple. I gotta get my adhesive. We're going to start with the base of the card. And I like to do this where you have you know, the same color as your base as your kind of accent piece, and it just adds dimension. And you can even put this on dimensionals, and again it just makes it that much more just pop out a little bit more. So I'm using my Fast Fuse just because I have it handy. You can use whatever adhesive you have. And I'm just gluing that down. I love these celebration items this year. I just think that they're just so beautiful and different, right? They're all kind of different and gorgeous in their own way. I like that. So I'm gonna wrap this twice, maybe even 3 times because I have enough cut. And oh, maybe I don't want it 3 times. I like the strings to be long. And I'm going to tie upside down because I'm left-handed and that just seems to work out better for me. So I wrapped it around all the way once and I met back up in the center, and I'm just going to tie a bow like you do your shoes. Oh gosh, I'm totally off here. I don't have enough on that side. While I'm fussing with this bow, please share my video with your friends. Just hit the share button that would be amazing. Make sure you comment in the comments below, and I'll get you entered for the door prize. The door prize today is a sampler, and I'll show you of the Petals and Palettes Designer Series paper and the embellishments and the new ribbon, the organza ribbon. So somebody's going to get a nice little packet of those different items in the catalog. So I've tied my bow, and isn't that pretty? Okay, and you can fuss with that until you get it to where you want it, and then if your ends start to fray a little bit, I just like to trim those off till I'm happy with it. Okay, and then I'm going to glue that on. You can use dimensionals to glue it on, or you can use just adhesive and glue it straight flat down, and I think I want to do that because I think I'm going to put my label, my Lots of label, on with dimensionals to give it that pop. Okay, so I'm just kind of giving a little space below the piece that's on top of the base, just so there's kind of a gap. All right, and then we need to glue the leaves behind our label. So I'm actually going to just put some Tombow glue, some Tombow liquid glue on my leaf. If I can get any out. I have to get a new one. That one may be out, need to be thrown away. There we go. So I've got some glue on my leaves, and I'm just gonna figure out where I want those to go. Isn't that pretty? Just 2 little leaves. Beautiful. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for sharing. That's really sweet of you. All right. It's amazing the people that have been popping on from all over the United States, and last week we had somebody from Australia. It was 3 a.m. for them. Like, that was really, really cool. And I, get so many wonderful ideas from so many talented stampers, and I hope that that by me sharing, I've kind of inspired you, and you can think of some really cute and wonderful things to make with your supplies as well. So now I'm placing my label. I'm just kind of overlapping, figuring out where I want my label here. And then the last piece I'm going to do is just glue down my amazing. And I'm just going to cover up my little stamping mistake. It is really difficult to line up that stamp twice, but it doesn't need to be perfect. I'm just putting some liquid glue on my amazing. Now it's not going to go all the way. It's going to have some negative space, so you can see there's kind of a gap on this side and there's a gap on this side, but that's okay. So I didn't put glue everywhere because I know it's not going to be touching everything. But I put glue where I knew it was going to be touching. I just love this color combination. I can't get over it. I think it's beautiful. Of course, I love Pool Party. You guys know this. I use Pool Party all the time. I need to put a little bit more glue on this top loop so it stays put. There we go. Sorry if you can hear my TV going off in the next room. Apparently my daughter is going deaf and needs it to be at high volume. So sorry about that. Okay, so there you go, guys. That was our first card. Lovely. And we are going to move right into our second card. And I love this too. I love the colors. This is not my idea. I totally cased this from another very talented lady. Did not write her name down, but she made this beautiful card and I couldn't help but case it. And so I'm going to share that with you guys. I love that the glitter detail of this. All right, so we've got all of our pieces here. Oh, and I have to tell you a funny story. So I stapled my ribbon to the card. Yeah, well, we're not going to be stapling today. I ran out of staples yesterday, used my last one. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. We're going to do something different. And I will show you what we're going to do there. So, okay, so we've got my base. I cut my base so that it opens from top to bottom. Janie from the Netherlands. See this? Isn't that so cool? I love it. Thank you. Thank you for watching, Janie. Okay, so I'm using Peekaboo Peach. My colors for this card, Peekaboo Peach, Berry Burst, and Lemon Lime Twist. Love all three of these colors. I'm using a piece of Designer Series paper from the Picture Perfect Designer Series paper pack, and it goes perfectly with this card. Okay, so I've cut my piece so that it opens from the top. And to do that, you cut your piece of paper at 4 1/4 by 11 inches. So you've taken your piece of paper and it's tall, and you've cut it at 4 1/4, and then scored it at 5 1/2. So it opens like this. Okay, so this beautiful flower stamp set is in, again, that Amazing You Sale-A-Bration stamp set. Gorgeous, right? So we're going to stamp this flower several times. And we're going to be using, like I said, the Berry Burst, the Lemon Lime Twist, and the Peekaboo Peach. So I'm going to start with Lemon Lime Twist. And I'm just going to follow exactly what I did before. So I'm doing a lemon lime and one kind of off the page a little bit. All right, so we've got our first one. So Janie, what time? Oh, 5. She knew I was going to ask. It's 5:30 p.m. over there. Wow, very nice. I like it. Well, it's barely 8 a.m. for us here, and if you ask my friends, they'll tell you that it's way too early for crafting, but I think it's never too early for crafting. They said, you have it at a horrible time. I said, I'm sorry, this is the only time that works. My family's still asleep and I don't have a million things going on. So right now I'm just cleaning my stamp set off. And I'm going to stamp in Berry Burst now. I'm going to stamp 2 flowers in Berry Burst. Love Berry Burst. So we've got one here. As you can see, I haven't even stamped one that's completely on the paper yet. It's kind of a cool look. And then you can You can always color in your flowers with your blends or your blender pens. I mean, you can go to town with this stamp set. It's beautiful. And I'm going to show you at the end a bunch of other cards that I received in a swap or things that I've made that use this stamp set and this framelit set. I mean, it's endless. It's awesome. So many things you can do with it. People have embossed with it. I mean, it's just amazing. Jaw-dropping, some of them. Okay, so I've done my Peekaboo Peach, my Berry Burst, my Lemon Lime. They are all done. And you can see I have my strip of Designer Series paper from the Picture Perfect birthday. I cut this at 1/2 inch by 4 1/4. This piece of Whisper White is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and it fits perfectly flush to the sides here at 4 1/4 on the Peekaboo Peach. So I'm just going to put a line of glue at the bottom here, and that's going to glue, and then I'm going to glue that to the strip of Designer Series paper, like so. Okay, and then I can glue that down with some fast fuse to my base. Ah! Party foul. That's okay. My Amazing can cover that up. There's never a card that I don't make that has some sort of, I mean, none of them are going to be the same because I'm always covering up some goof that I did. Like, I think that's glue. I've got a eraser that can take the glue off. It's like, don't stamp like Tiffany. Watch these videos so that you make sure you don't do what I do, okay? All right. There's some glue. This is a wonderful little tool. It's an adhesive eraser, and it can take any of the adhesive off your projects that you don't want. Okay, so now we need to cut the Amazing and You framelets. So I've got my silver glimmer paper. I'm going to cut my Amazing, and I'm going to cut out the word You in Berry Burst. Love Berry Burst. Such a bright and beautiful color. Come on, go back in. There we go. So I'm going to move these pieces out of the way, bring my Big Shot back into view. I'm going to show you, now the glitter paper is difficult to cut through because it is thicker and it has kind of a, I don't know if it's plastic, but kind of a thicker base. So I'm going to use my precision plate for the Amazing piece. This is what the precision plate looks like. As you can see, mine is well loved. And it's just a thin piece that goes onto your Big Shot platform, okay? And it helps cut out the image that much more precise, so that it's not difficult to get it off. And I believe I still need to put my, oh, actually, I need to put in my thin die adapter. Okay, so I'm putting that on my platform, I'm putting my precision plate on, and then I'm putting my piece of Amazing and my glimmer paper, and then I'm putting my plate on top. Janie, I love Lemon Lime as well. It's so funny. At first I was like, no. And then when it came out and I actually saw how bright and beautiful it was, I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I'm on the Lemon Lime train. I love it. Okay, so you can see there that it cut it out really, really well. And that is why I love the precision plate. And then if I get my little scrub brush again, I can actually just run it. And there is a, that's a funny story. There is a foam mat that you put this on and you rub this across and everything just pops out. And you can see, like, why is Tiffany struggling and holding it in her hand? Well, I have a cat that tends to like to eat foam. There's a tear in one of our office chairs, and he likes to tear pieces out of that. He's a weird, weird cat, I'll tell you that. So yeah, he ate my foam base for my scrub brush. And so yeah, I don't have one anymore. I need to order a new one, thanks to my silly cat. my other cat eats ponytails. So leave your foam and your ponytails at home or my cats will eat them. I don't know if their nutrition is whacked up or something, but they are really weird and they eat really weird things. Okay. So I've cut out my U. I've cut out my amazing. And I need to put my framelits away or I'll never find them again. Not in my craft room. Okay. So just shoving those back in their bag. Okay. So here's my cards again. I've got my amazing that's going to cover up my little boo-boo. And I've got you. And really, I mean, that's it. That's it to this card, guys. Just a few little stamps. And look how beautiful that is. So we're going to glue that down. I'm going to use my liquid glue. Oh, I have a little piece of my... Gee, get out of there. All right. Now, I should be showing you guys how to use your silicone mat as it is intended to be used for adhesives and heat and things like that so that I don't get my projects all sticky and ruined. But I'm always too rushed to actually use the correct tools. But you know what? That's going to be my goal. Next week I will use my silicone mat as it was intended and show you how nice it is because the adhesive comes right off the silicone mat and it's not sticking on your paper or getting in your way. Okay, so I'm just placing my U down and you can see mine's a little bit high. Whoop, glue, behave. All right. Okay, so there we go. So you can see mine's a little bit higher this time. You know, I wanted to kind of hide my little oof, my little whoopsie, but you can overlap it a little bit. I mean, you can place it wherever you'd like. It's totally up to you. Okay, so since I'm not going to be stapling, and because I ran out of staples, you can take your piece of Berry Burst and overlay it, double it up or fold it on itself. And I took a piece of Whisper White Baker's Twine and I'm going to just tie it around several times. Just wrap it. I want to have enough on this side because I'm going to eventually tie a bow. So wrap, wrap. And I think that these types of bows are definitely inspired by Billy Moan. She has the most beautiful bows and trying to be more like her when I grow up, so I'm trying a lot of her bows. So I've wrapped it around a couple times. I want to leave myself enough of a strand to tie. Golly, my sausage fingers today. I love how my nail polish matches the Berry Burst ribbon. Isn't that pretty? Almost perfectly, like it was meant to be together. Guys, my fingers are sticky and they've got glitter. Don't play with these glitter sheets unless you want glitter for days all over everything. I love glitter, so I'm okay with that. All right, so see, I've tied a bow around my ribbon. Baker's Twine, stop twisting. You guys get to see me fight Baker's Twine. Baker's Twine always wins the fight. Just wanted to let you know. But I always fight it. I'm never going to learn. Okay. I'm being silly today. I'm in a silly mood. I had a blast yesterday. Thank you for those of you that came to my card class. It took us 4 hours, but man, oh man, did we get a lot done. They were like, 8 cards. Are you out of your mind? Did I really sign up for this? It was hilarious, but we made it through and everybody made some beautiful cards. Easy on the squeezy. Oh my gosh, Jenny. That's hilarious. Thank you for that. That's great. Easy on the squeezy. Am I Tombow happy? Am I glue happy? What are you saying? All right, so I've just taken a glue dot and put it on the back of my ribbon. And just putting that up there in the top. There. Ooh, and I should have used my silver Baker's Twine to match my silver. I want to trim this a little bit more. Easy on the squeezy. Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. Okay. So you can cut your ribbon at an angle and voila. Isn't that pretty? I love the colors. I kind of like it better with the bow. Of course, I'm bow crazy, as people will tell you. Oh, what was it? What was my name yesterday, Evelyn, that we decided? It was Tiffany Fussy Cut Bow Almeida. Because I love fussy cutting and I love bows. That's gonna be my new name. All right. Okay, so the last card. That was that card. So the last card is this beautiful one here. This is my Celebrate You. It's beautiful. I've used a sponge. I'll show you how to color your paper there. And of course I did my little sunbursts again all throughout the paper. So for this card, you're going to be using Berry Burst as your base card. And I cut it just the basic way you cut it at 5.5 by 8 1/4, or 5.5 by 8.5. Sorry. And okay, and then you have your piece of Whisper White, and that is 5 1/4 by 4. And we're going to be stamping that. And then we're going to need two scrap pieces. We're going to need a white Whisper White scrap and a Berry Burst scrap, and we're going to be cutting out Celebrate twice. And then we're going to be using this ribbon seam binding. It's called seam binding in the annual catalog for our ribbon here. And then we're going to stamp you using our Amazing You stamp set. And then of course we're going to accent it with some beautiful hearts. Thank you, Lisa. I think this one is my favorite as well. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. So let's do the stamping first. And let's pray that I can stamp correctly on live video, because you saw how difficult it is to line this stamp up. But there are two sides to every paper for a reason. So if I screw up, I can flip it over and try again. Okay? All right, here we go. I love this one too, you guys. This is a beautiful one. So I'm just going to stamp this all over my page. Can you guys see? Sorry, it's off camera a little bit. Just stamping where I want my my sunburst to be. Okay, here we go. I have to line it up. Pray for me. Just making sure it's real well inked. I'm gonna line it up as best I can. I think it's almost better to overlap if you can. Even if it gets a little bit darker in the seam than it is to have a big gap. Okay, so I'm gonna do one here. Can you guys hear that TV? Oh, my daughter. 8 o'clock apparently is not early enough. Yes, Tammy, I do too. It was a really cool effect. Okay, so I overlapped a little bit, but you know what? That's gonna be covered. So, not too worried about that one. This one's kind of critical up here. And one more. Oh, that's not too bad. A little off, but not too bad. It's okay. It's okay. You guys are going to be distracted by everything else going on in this card to notice that, so it's all right. Okay, so I've got my bursts. Whew. Stamping is not supposed to be stressful. Not at all. Okay, so now we're going to stamp. Oh, I have a little piece for my U. Let's go ahead and stamp the U while I'm here. And I'm going to clean my little U stamp off. Okay, so I've got my U. Got my little piece here, and I'm stamping that in Berry Burst. You guys are gonna be like, Berry Burst, you have an obsession. Okay, so here we go. There, look at that. Okay. Now pray that I don't lose that before I actually need to use it. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut out our Celebrate twice with the Big Shot. And I don't need anything but my magnetic plate for this, because the Celebrate and U cut out really nicely, and there's not really any fine detail like the Amazing. Grab those out, okay? I'm cutting both of them at the same time. I like to cut as much as I can together. Oh, what am I doing? Blech, never mind. my brain's not right. I'm not cutting out you. I'm cutting out Celebrate twice. Lord have mercy. Apparently 2 cups of coffee is not enough for me in the morning. Okay, here we go. Cutting Celebrate out once. I like to pass it through a couple times, make sure that it cuts right. Okay. There's one. And where's my Berry Burst? There we go. I'm gonna put Berry Burst through. Ooh, 4th of July. I like that, Patty. Good idea. Yeah, that definitely looks like fireworks, doesn't it? It's a very cute set. Okay. The stamp set, yeah, is, I mean, beautiful in itself. And I love that flower. Okay. I'm just popping these out. Come on, Big Shot. I probably need to tighten things. My Big Shot, I'm just popping out all the little pieces, making sure they all get out. Get out. There we go. There's one. I'm so tempted. I have another one here. I'm just going to use it. Okay, pretend that cut out and then all the things are popped out. Whoa, look at that. Beautiful. Woo, magic. Good morning, Carrie. Thank you for joining us. Sorry, guys, moving the camera here a little bit. It got stuck on something. Okay. All right, let me show you how I made my little ombre kind of effect here. Okay, so I just used a sponge. You can get a package of these sponges in the annual catalog. Can't remember the price for them, but they're fairly cheap, and I think you get like 4 or 5. And then I cut them at angles so they're a nice little perfect size to use. And I basically just took my Berry Burst and I dabbed it in color. And of course you want to start at the bottom, and I'm left-handed, so I'm kind of turning it sideways here. But you want to start at the bottom, and that's where most of your color is going to go. You want it to be darkest there. So start at the bottom, add ply color, and then you just kind of build up till you're happy with the amount of color you have. And I liked it to be, you know, a nice kind of solid at the bottom and then work its way up to a lighter color at the top. But I didn't go all the way to the top. All right, I think that's good for me. I think that's really cute. You can play with it until you get the right level of color that you want. And then I cut out the Berry Burst so that I can overlay and have a slight kind of border for my word. And it just helps it pop out just that much more. So I'm gonna put glue on my white piece. My easy with the squeezy, right, Janie? That's so funny. This is the one that's out. I need to throw that one away. Okay. I'm just gonna squeeze some glue out. I'm just kind of following the letters. Tombow, if you squeeze too hard, you can create a giant mess. So be gentle, take your time. You can also use your fine tip glue pen for these, but I like to use Tombow because it sticks faster. You don't have to sit there and hold it for so long. So I'm just going to, the other thing is you can move it around and figure out where you want it. You have a little bit of grace with the Tombow glue. So just, I'm not putting it directly over, I'm slightly off centered so that I get myself a little border, a little kind of outline, like it's 3D almost. Okay, so there we go. Now we can just put everything on our card. And I'm gonna glue down my base first, or my piece to my base. And I'm gonna stay away from that area because I don't want any more mistakes on my card. So I may be gluing off camera here. You do what you gotta do. Okay, so here we go. That actually went on pretty straight. I'm happy with that. Okay, and I've got my piece of ribbon, and I don't want it to go all the way across my page. I want it to kind of stop right about there, so I'm gonna trim off some of it with my sticky fingers. Oh my gosh, sorry guys, if you can hear my TV. I'll be having a talk with my 11-year-old daughter later. Okay. So we've got this. Putting it down. Keeping it straight as possible. You can also use tear and tape to glue your ribbon down, or you can use glue dots. I mean, there's no perfect way. Like, you just choose what works best for you and what you like to work with. Okay, and so then I'm going to put my Celebrate on, and I'm using Tombow again. Love spending my Sundays with you guys, creating these fun little projects. I like coming up with them. It's fun. It challenges me every week, and I'm like playing with more than what I would normally play with because I want to show you guys something new. So that's really awesome. Okay, and then I wanted to put you down with a dimensional because God forbid I have a card without a dimensional on it. Boom. Pretty. Okay, and then we're gonna add some bling to it because that's how I roll. I like my bling. I'm using my enamel shapes. These are the metallic enamel shapes. They come in silver and gold, and they're stars, hearts, and dots. And I'm just placing them all over my card, like the dots too. And it doesn't really matter where they go. They can cover up a boo-boo. They can be anywhere you want. But I kind of like this. It's a little scum, or a little kind of scattered. Tombow glue. This is liquid, mono liquid glue. It's from the brand Tombow. You can order it in the annual catalog. I think it's $4 or $4.50 a bottle, and it's really tacky. It has two different points. It has a wide tip point, which you can do like a wide flat tip, or it has the fine tip side. And it's just a really awesome glue. Oh, thank you, Lisa. So the sponges, so these sponges I was telling you about, and I actually have, I think, the full one. So they come in a pack like this. They're stamping sponges. They come in 3, and they're really big. And so I cut mine into 3rds or 4ths. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Page 202 in the annual catalog. Thank you, guys. So yeah, so Stampin' Sponges, they're really fun to make that ombre effect. You can also use sponge daubers. You get a package of sponge daubers, and there are 5 of them in there, and you just put them on your finger. You can see mine are used, but you put them on your finger, and you can sponge that way as well. So these are really handy too. So those are some sponging options for you, and Patty and Lisa, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's it, guys. That was beautiful, simple, wonderful cards. I love these sets. Again, you get this one for free with a $50 purchase. You can get the framelit free for $100 with a $100 purchase. And if you use my hostess code when you're ordering, so make sure you use a hostess code when you go into the online store. You place a $30 order, use this code, and I'm gonna send you everything to make these 3 beautiful cards. I'm gonna bring them out again so you can see. These 3 beautiful cards. Look at how bright and beautiful they are. You'll get all the pieces to make it, and then you can stamp and assemble. So great, amazing deal. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. Let me show you the door prize today. We've got a package of it's a sampler of all of the pieces out of the Petal Passion Designer Series paper. And you get also a sampling of the embellishments. This is all on page, let me get to it in the Occasions catalog. This is page 23, and it's the Petal Passion Designer Series paper. So you get a sample of that. you'll get a sample of the embellishments, and you'll get a sample of the new Whisper White organza ribbon. So make sure you've commented, shared my video, and I will get you entered in to win this fun little pack. All right, guys, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. I will be talking to you soon. And also, I have my Valentine's class to go. I'll be doing a video on that so you guys can see what that's all about. Thank you, guys. Bye. See you next Sunday.